Tony Rouse.
William Mapother, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Tony. How are you?
I am doing great.
Thanks for having me back on.
Oh, hey, it's our pleasure, man. Like I told you before, this is Ethan Rom country, man, in Bowling Green. We're big fans of yours here, and of course you got bluegrass roots and everything. So
yeah.
So we're definitely glad to be supporting one of Kentucky's own
thank you.
on the hottest show on TV, hands down. Now, real quick before we get into the new episode, I got to talk a little bit about that debut episode of the third season.
Yeah.
Wow, my chin officially hit the ground really hard. I think I chipped a tooth almost when Juliet walked out the door, and out from underneath the house there climbs Ethan Rom. Wow, did you know that when you got the script, did you know what kind of impact that scene would have on everybody, the Lost fanatics out there?
No, but when you don't know for sure, but the way they wrote the scene in the script,
right.
They clearly intended on the camera pullback to reveal that it was actually in the middle of the jungle.
Right.
They clearly intended, for that to be a shock and a surprise for the audience.
Unbelievable.
So
scene.
it was. I think they did a very, very good job on that.
I was thinking about it right before we went on the air. Every time we've seen Ethan in this show, like you've kind of been like the guy where the twist happens. Like the first time, with the others, with Charlie, and then of course
I'm kind of like the go-to shock guy. They definitely. Ethan has kind of evolved into having that sort of role, and they like using me for that stuff.
Well,
you're right. Whenever they need a little bit of a surprise, and I think it's you kind of obviously originated in the way I in the first season and the role I had then. And now, whenever they need to shock the audience, they throw Ethan up on the screen.
Now, so with that in mind, can we say that this new episode tonight, can we expect some major twists in this one as well?
I'm in it briefly, and I normally don't even reveal that I'm in a show, but it's been on the internet, and I think ABC put it out there about who's in the episode. But I am in it, but I'm in it briefly.
Yeah.
But I'm in it in a new way. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
That's about as much as I don't want to. I'm always careful to reveal less than more because I'd rather. People. One of the things people love, and I know they say they hate it about the show, is how long they have to wait to find things out. But I know it's one of the things they love, and so I would just hate to spoil the surprise. But I am in it in a new way. It's been interesting to hear people's reactions because the reason ABC split it into two parts this season was because the fans didn't like having the reruns interspersed between new episodes.
Right.
And unfortunately now it's been over 2 months since the last new episode was on, and I know people are, not happy about having to wait. So I guess it's a matter of whether you want your waiting spread out among the season or you want to take all the pain at one time.
Well, I guess the good thing is now we're going to get it thrown, right at us.
Oh, there's going to be a Lost buffet for 16 weeks.
Well, I can't wait, man. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And excited to see you back in there as well. So what else have you been up to, man? I know Ethan Rom, everybody knows that guy, but what else has been going on with William Mapother? Well,
I did a couple independent films a little over a year ago, and they are just beginning the round of the film festival circuits.
Right.
So one is going to be playing at South by Southwest, a big film festival in Austin, Texas, next month, and that is kind of like an updated Big Chill. It has Eric Stoltz and Ione Skye and Connie Britton, who's now in Friday Night Lights. And, got a lot of terrific terrific songs from the 80s. It's about a bunch of high school friends who get together for another evening. And then another one I did is called Mickey Fish. That one was called Lather Effect. And another one is Mickey Fish, and that's going to be playing in the couple festivals out here. Probably the next couple months. So those are finally hitting the screen. It just takes a while for independent films to work their way through the machinery.
Right.
And we're now out here in the first 3 months of the year. It's what everyone out here calls pilot season because this is when the networks cast and shoot all these television pilots, and then after they get them back in April, they'll decide which ones actually make it onto the air in the fall. So I'm up for a few pilots, and hopefully one of them will get picked up, and and go into a series this fall.
Last time we had you on, you said you were going to make it up for the Derby. Did you get in for the Kentucky Derby last year?
I did. I came in and had a ball, and I hadn't been in for the Derby for a long time, and frankly, I'd forgotten how lush Kentucky is at that time of the year, because I always come home for the holidays and maybe in the spring or the fall, but I hadn't been home kind of late spring or summer before. You know, Los Angeles is green, but it's green because they irrigate the heck out of the land. It's actually a desert here, right on the edge of the ocean, and
right.
Kentucky is just, I had forgotten how lush. It's almost jungle-like compared to L.A.
Well, hey.
Beautiful.
Well, like I said, well, today and this week especially, it's
not
more
very
like the North,
jungle-like,
I was going to say,
understand.
it's more like the North Pole, you know, but it's still though, not that bad. I'll take it any day of the week. What about the Super Bowl? Did you get a chance to watch any of the big game?
I did. I got together with a bunch of friends and watched it, and I was very happy Indianapolis won. You know, it's a little bit closer to Louisville, although Louisville fans tend to cheer, I think, for the Bengals. But, you know, the Bears years ago kind of got my nose out of joint when they denied Walter Payton the chance to score a touchdown.
That's true.
In their big Super Bowl victory, and instead they let Refrigerator Perry run the ball over the goal line. And I thought, you know what? I'm sorry, that was not not fair to Walter Payton. So I was happy to see the Colts win, especially since they hadn't won anything since 1970. I mean, but I'll tell you, a great site for fans to go to is the Fuselage.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
.com,
yes.
And actually was set up for the creators of the show and the writers and producers by fans. And there's a message board in there where a lot of the actors respond to questions sent in by fans. And I regularly go and answer a bunch of questions at a time. So that's always a great place to go.
Right. Now, what's the number one question that fans throw at you when they see you out or they see you in an online chat like that?
One question I get a lot is what sort of reaction people get, what sort of reaction I get on the street when I go out from fans. Other fans are always wondering, how do people react to you when they go out and recognize you? That's probably the most common question.
And that reaction usually is?
They're usually a bit cautious. They usually wave or call from a safe distance away where they can duck into a room and shut the door if I charged them.
Now, do you ever go to the YouTube.com? Do you ever check that website out?
Sure.
Have you ever searched your name on the YouTube.com?
You know, somebody told me about a video that's on there, and I checked it out, and it is fantastic. Are you talking about the Claire romance?
Yeah,
thing?
the romantic comedy.
Oh, my gosh.
I just saw that today, and I was like, I've got to tell them about that.
Oh, you should tell everybody. It's a fan cut together. It was based upon the episode from season 2, which was the flashback to when I kidnapped Claire, the pregnant girl, and somebody cut that episode together, together with some episodes from the first season, to make it look like a trailer for a film, for a romantic comedy in which Claire and I fall in love with each other. And it is particularly, you have to be a fan of the show and be familiar with the material to realize how ridiculous it is, you know, given the real storyline, but it is very well done.
Very, very funny. I'm sure you got a kick out of it when you saw it. I guess the imitation is the biggest form of flattery there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, hey, thank you so much for coming back on. I know you're a busy man. We're excited about it. The new season of Lost debuts Wednesday night, 9 o'clock here locally in Bowling Green and Southern Kentucky. Looking forward to the episode. Hey, continued best of luck to you, man. We can't get enough of you on the show. Hopefully it'll keep on rolling good for you, man.
Tony, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be on your show.
Thanks a lot. There's William Mapother. He is Ethan Rahm on
Thank you, everybody.
Lost.